years, your national airline before. Ghana itself is trying to re-establish our national airline, and at the appropriate time, we'll be looking for partners. And maybe if Portuguese, your national airline is interested, we could do a partnership.
Ghana's national airline dream. Ghana has been without a national carrier for nearly 20 years after Ghana Airways shut down in 2004, followed by Ghana International Airlines in 2010. In early 2025, President Mahama announced a fresh push, a transparent expression of interest to invite competent, established partners aiming to revive a sustainable Ghanaian airline. Why Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal? Portugal, home to TAP Air Portugal and fast-growing charters like World 2 Fly Portugal, is a compelling candidate. Aviation expertise. TAP has long served West Africa and Europe, and with its recent restructuring under IAG, could offer fleet and network know-how. Commercial synergy. A Ghana-Portugal link opens European markets to Ghanaian carriers and boosts tourism. Ghana wants competitively priced routes to Europe, currently dominated by non-African airlines. Shared economic goals. Portugal's push to expand Europe-Africa. Air ties could align well with Ghana's plan for regional aviation and labor export collaboration. What could the partnership look like? Envision this scenario. Technical and operational agreement. TAP, or a Portuguese charter like World 2 Fly Portugal, brings operational setup, crew training, aircraft management, and regulatory guidance supporting Ghana's new airline with best practice systems. Lean on TAP's ongoing IG transformation. Public-private equity structure. A joint venture could involve Ghana government, say 10 to 20%, private Ghanaian investors, and a Portuguese partner holding a controlling stake, ensuring both Ghanaian roots and robust foreign investment. Phased route rollout. The airline could start with strategic routes: Accra-Lisbon for diaspora and tourism, Accra-Kumasi domestic connector, and gradually expand to European and African hubs leveraging existing bilateral traffic rights. Fleet strategy. Borrowing from models like World 2 Fly's Airbus A330 charter model, Ghana's airline could begin modestly with narrow-body aircraft, for example, a 320 A321 leased from Portugal, balancing capacity with cost efficiency. What's driving this strategy? Competitive fares. President Mahama highlighted that a national air carrier could help reduce ticket prices on routes monopolized by foreign airlines. Economic multiplier. Ghanaian airlines can lead to tourism growth, job creation, and positioning Kotoka International as a regional hub. Global aviation trends, partnerships with Portugal, the UAE, or Africa's SAATM framework are central to Ghana's aviation ambition. Does Portugal have the capacity to help Ghana succeed? Yes, Portugal can help Ghana get a national airline. And here's how. Why Portugal is a viable partner for Ghana's airline. Aviation expertise through TAP Air Portugal. Portugal owns TAP Air Portugal, a major European airline with experience running both domestic and international routes. Knowledge in airline management, operations, crew training, and safety compliance. A strong presence in Africa. They fly to Luanda, Bissau, Maputo, etc. Ghana can leverage this by partnering with TAP or Portuguese aviation firms for technical assistance, aircraft leasing or purchases, operational training, Portuguese aviation companies. Besides TAP, companies like HiFly and World 2 Fly Portugal offer aircraft leasing and charter services. They've helped other small countries set up temporary or permanent air links. Strategic business interest. Portugal is expanding ties with Africa and could view Ghana as a gateway to West Africa. Ghana's location and political stability make it a strong partner. Imagine this. Ghana signs an agreement with Portugal or a Portuguese airline like HiFly or TAP. Portugal provides 2 to 3 leased aircraft with pilots and maintenance support. Ghana gradually builds local capacity, trains its own pilots, crews. Within 2 to 3 years, Ghana can fly to Lisbon, Lagos, Abidjan, and Johannesburg under its own brand. Where things stand now. Task Force launched. A 10-member committee met in May 2025 to draft business plans, coordinate partnership talks, fleet strategy, regulatory setup, and route planning. Partner shortlist soon. The government is finalizing its list of credible international airlines and investors. Negotiations may already be underway with Portuguese entities alongside UAE interest. Timelines to watch. Expect Gana to issue a formal expression of interest mid to late 2025 if all aligns. Launch could follow by late 2026 or early 2027. In summary, Gana is strategically pursuing a national airline by joining forces with experienced partners. Portugal is a strong fit thanks to TAP's expertise, shared market interests, and Portugal's ambition in West Africa. If sealed, the deal could bring affordable air travel, tourism-led growth, and make Accra a regional aviation hub.
Till today, the most famous tourist landmark in Ghana is the Elmina Castle, which was built by the Portuguese several centuries ago. And so our ties are historical. We also appreciate the fact that the Portuguese National Airline flies directly to Accra, and so that improves people-to-people relationship. I've flown it before. When I was going to Brazil, I went through Lisbon with TAP, and then with TAP to Sao Paulo. And so I have experienced your national airline before. Ghana itself is trying to re-establish our national airline, and at the appropriate time, we'll be looking for partners, and maybe if Portuguese, your national airline is interested, we could do a partnership. But we want to expand economic relations with Portugal, and we believe that we can attract more investors to come and invest in Ghana. Ghana has a lot of natural resources, a lot of land, a lot of water. So for agriculture, for agribusiness, for mining, oil and gas, I mean, there's so many opportunities that we have here. With a market size of almost 35 million people, and then also with the African Continental Free Trade Area, it's possible to reach a market size of 1.3 billion people in Africa. And so we believe that forging stronger economic ties and inviting more Portuguese business people to come and do business in Ghana would be a win-win, both in terms of investment and also in terms of creating employment opportunities for our young people.